converts into, if you imbibe it and it becomes, if it stays, you have not only you receive, but you store, that becomes your spiritual power. That becomes your inner strength. So somebody asked Guru Maharaj that, so what is this spiritual power of inner strength? So he says that there are three key signs of this strength: truthfulness, fearlessness, and universal love. So if you show any of those, you're already there or you are growing in that direction. Those three: truthfulness, fearlessness, universal love. So unconditional and pure selfless love is easier to talk about than to implement. But once you have ample inner strength, that becomes reality. So what is the form of this spiritual power or transcendental energy? No form, it's formless, but you can call it by any name. So, one faith refers it to with one name, and another, as one of the quotes says, the essential is invisible to the eye. How can one gain and grow this inner strength? How is it received or attained? So basically, man ka nirodh, or, you bring your mind to a thought-free state, which is, again, a lot easier said than done. So this stilling of consciousness can become far easier when you sit with someone or sit with a collective like here, who has the same intent, who has the same, goal. And when we collectively have that intent, the effect multiplies. So, the first thing is to calm or restrain your restless mind. And so we'll go into it shortly, into the instruction and the meditation. But essentially, first we have to bring our mind from multitude of thoughts or jumping from one to another. So all these barrage of thoughts, we try to concentrate on one, and then we drop it as well. So focus inwards, focus on one thought, and then go even beyond that. The second part of that is the grace, the transmission, the guidance, the upliftment received through true satsang, the living influence of the guide. So that is somewhat misunderstood, and everybody talks about it in their own way. Guru Maharaj basically packaged it that when we sit with the same intent and we are all trying to imbibe and manifest this transcendental energy, it has a multiplier effect. And that's what we feel in these sessions. You sit alone and you sit in a group session and do that for a little bit, and you will see that the group sessions have an enormously positive and uplifting effect, and that is because of the multiplier effect of the collective energy. So then, what are the impediments to receiving or attaining spiritual power or inner strength? And so the restlessness of our mind, or the monkey mind, and then there are all those negative energies, tendencies, and forces that mind just naturally is more connected to. I mean, we can, if we just become mindful of what we do, a lot of us, uh, we're talking, and the negative generally just amplifies. So the overactive, agitated, hurried, ambitious mind, which is constantly stirred by desire and reaction. And then there is this negative states, heavy, inert, clouded, negligent. So all that becomes, um, impediments to a more positive, uplifting, you know, uh, like to be with satsang, to be with transcendental energy is a state. It's almost an awakened state. It's higher awareness, higher consciousness, and our restlessness, inner restlessness, gets in the way. So, just an illustration: a pond cannot reflect the moon if the water is, has too many waves. Um, so similarly, uh, the meditation, or when we are trying to reflect that transcendental light, when we are too agitated, when our mind is clouded with emotions, etc., it's hard to be in that state. There is a Zen saying that you should sit in meditation for 20 minutes every day unless you are too busy. Then you should sit for an hour. It's And Guru Maharaj's prescription is that, you know, half an hour in the morning, half an hour in the evening would be ideal, at least 15 to 20 minutes, morning, evening. Um, in other ways, his view was that 23 hours, do what you got to do. But 1 hour, give it to yourself, give it to your meditation practice, develop it, imbibe the energy, and you will see the rest of the 23 hours will get positively impacted, positively affected. Your entire behavior, your mood, your thoughts, um, slowly all of that will get affected positively. So, and that's what we'll practice now. Um, so peace is inside, and we're looking for it outside. So this meditation is to start focusing to look inwards. So first step is looking inward. Second is concentration. So you need to, focus on one thought. And then deep meditation, you'll forget where you started the meditation, who you are, where you are, etc. And then what results is higher consciousness, higher awareness. So those are the 4 limbs of the 8 limbs of yoga as well. But this is how Guru Maharaj structured it. So let me just talk about what we ought to do for the next few minutes as we meditate. So first, look inwards. To help that, eyes lightly closed, because the barrage of input through the eyes distracts us, and still and relaxed posture. So every time the body moves, mind moves with it, we want to focus, we want to concentrate. So still and relaxed posture. So if there is a strain anywhere, just observe, just make sure, because otherwise your attention goes there. So eyes slightly closed, still and relaxed posture. And now the backdrop is that we are sitting in front of a conscious source of this transcendental energy in form of light. So this source of transcendental light, and the light is coming into our heart, distributing throughout our body, and we are becoming one with this light. We are getting completely and totally immersed with this light. When mind wanders away, which it will naturally, just bring it back to this thought and this thought alone. So we are not doing anything at this point, just observing this transcendental energy in form of light. This light is entering our heart, distributing throughout our body, and we're becoming one with this light. We'll start with music, then music fades away, and we go deep into silent meditation, and then we transition out with music again. So this is not breathing exercise. This is not there is no activity in here. So we can do those things before or after this practice. So for the next few minutes, you are an observer and feel the presence of this transcendental energy in form of light. This light is entering your heart, distributing throughout your body. That's all you're doing. So we are in the presence of this transcendental energy in form of light. This light is entering our heart, distributing throughout our body, and we are becoming totally and completely immersed in it. So let's start now. Happy Saturday, everyone. So yeah, this is one, make sure people can, put their video and audio on if they want. Um, Feel free to share any thoughts, comments, questions, and that'll help the conversation. This is time to continue to imbibe the energy that this is the extended period of meditation in some ways. Um, and um, so we are getting very close to Guru Purnima or the Guru's Day. It's actually this year, it is July 29th. So we are celebrating. So August 1st, the workshop will be, so there will be a whole lot of people in my basement. You're all welcome and invited. The theme this year I've chosen is, selfless service. That's a deep topic. And I think service is more about execution rather than talking about it. But I think before we execute, I think we need to read, listen, watch, and then understand and do the right thing, or meditate on it and get it that way. Just trying to see where it says explore how selfless service can transform everyday life into a path of inner peace and spiritual growth. Okay, so who will break the ice today?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Ash?
Happy Saturday. I'm good. Sorry, I woke up and just went into the meditation, so my voice is like this, but
I would have asked.
I was just the Zen quote you talked about struck a chord because in today's meditation, my brain was definitely running at 100 miles per hour. And it made me think that, okay, like, yes, the busier you are, you probably should be sitting in the meditation more so.
See,
Is there some, yeah.
isn't that the irony, right? Like people say that I'm too busy, or we do get times when we are so caught up in things, but that's when you need this most. So finding time for yourself, finding time for your meditation, making it a second nature, integrating it somehow. So unlike several other traditions, Guru Maharaj did not prescribe a specific time for that reason, that people have their schedules, people are busy, find your time. But obviously, allocating a time and space, you will find helps a lot. But anyway, I didn't mean to distract you.
No, that was exactly my point. That that yes, this satsang allows for a very broad, it's very open-ended, it's very fluid and allows us to work on our own schedules. And you've made it so light that sometimes you've said that, just even 5 to 10 minutes before bed and when you wake up. Um, and I think even just that touch base
Yeah.
keeps the momentum going, but 100% the longer the better, especially when there's so much going on. It feels like even if there's not enough moments of silence internally, I think just the processing of everything is like a cleansing also, like running through all the thoughts that are kind of active in the subconscious, but then you take a special 20 minutes to actively like file through them almost and then try to find the few seconds of like thoughtless state. Um,
Yeah, it's like sleep. When you would actually go into deep meditation, you wouldn't know the effects you will see, either in better inner happiness or joy that starts coming through, or just your behavior
yeah,
and so on.
yes, yeah, yes. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you.
Okay. So, hello, Steve. I, good to see you here. Any thoughts, questions, comments? You want to introduce yourself?
Can you see me?
Uh,
No, you cannot.
video. Oh, there you are.
Yes. So I've now been part of the Saturday sessions for a couple of weeks, and it's really nice to get back in touch to the peace and find that peace and then allow it to grow. And I have some practice to develop, but also I realize that what I need is already there.
Yeah, interesting thing is like however long you practice, I think practice is something that, it's like requires that every time you break it, then there is inertia again. So practice is just practice, practice, practice. It's even what I've found is like you go deeper into the practice, you yourself feel you're missing something when you know it's there is a break, if there is a break. And yeah, glad that you're here. And
So
it
thank you for making this possible and for sharing who you are with us.
absolutely, um, it's I'm so glad that I was kind of born into an environment which, interestingly, you know, sometimes I wonder, like, even after all that, it's so hard to continue to spiritually grow, or I just like to say that come to a point where love, light, and peace is in abundance, because somehow, in ways I have understood that it is our natural state, in the sense that we can acquire that within, but it's so hard. The culture, the whole way of life today, a lot of things just don't happen as naturally as they should. So Even like a small thing like news, right? I mean, news is important. We need to know what's going on, but the way, they have figured out that all of our minds require, um, or they attach to negativity so effortlessly, while the other side takes effort. So negative is like sliding slope. You go boom, right? It's if you want positivity or positive, it's an upward climb, which is takes effort, takes an intent, you know, and so on and so forth. So it's just, um, but Steve, what I have found, um, is that uh, it pays for itself, and the group sessions are just, um, in my personal opinion, uh, it's like a shot in the arm. The more I found that group sessions, even if my individual practice was all over the place, just because of the environment, because of, the family was, you know, uh, so these group sessions just kept me connected, kept me going, kept me, and just the depth, and breadth just continued, to take over. I mean, even at one of the work interviews, they're like, "Oh, this guy is even keel." I'm like, okay, that's interesting observation. So now, it has got to that point. It was like took ages though, but yeah. So where are you at? And is it Steve or Steve?
Steve is fine.
Yeah,
I am in North Carolina.
okay,
Excuse me,
yeah.
in North
So
Carolina.
I'm not too far. I'm like in Oakton, Virginia, which is,
Mm.
yeah.
So I appreciate what you shared with me, and I will agree that being in a group, there is a certain cohesiveness that makes it easier. The only challenge I have is that when you said we need to hear news of what's going on, I wish the news were delivered in a neutral format instead of with all of the baggage that comes along with it before it gets to our ears.
Uh, and not for anything else. It's just, for the conversation's sake. I just signed up. So something came in, and I signed up for what's called Nice News, and they keep it very, like literally very nice. They talk about all things, and they try to choose things which are like balanced and, quote unquote, like, it's, what's happening around the world, but, with a very positive incline. So
Mm.
yeah. So the people are realizing, it's just that, the material, it's not just the material and spiritual world, it's the materialism has taken so much, uh, you know,
Mm.
space that it just everywhere. I was, thinking about something yesterday that, it's not that, in the world, we're not, seeing examples of service or examples of positive behavior or example of, really higher ground, higher, consciousness, higher awareness activities. But, the other side has taken over in so
Mm.
many ways. The entire, like, you know, all the media, it's become so commercialized that we don't hear all that much. So,
So
um,
we come here to connect.
Thank you for saying that. It's like, for me, it's like just being here, right? Just
Mhm.
being here is like, wow, that's my vacation, right?
Mm.
It's it's my retreat. It's my balancing, grounding hour.
I like the word grounding. I was thinking, I was thinking about escape, but grounding is perhaps more accurate.
Yeah, I'm like, I always try to say, this is not escapism. It's more of a, it's an intentional, way.
Departure.
Yeah, it's, see, just the definition of satsang, it's like to be with the positive, almost unfathomable level of energy, which is just call it God, divine, guru, or anything else. So my grandfather was like, you connect with that, you become like that, and then love, light, and peace just will be a byproduct, and so much in abundance that you will not know what to do with it. It's like it's so another thing that not just motivates me, makes me come to these sessions without even thinking twice is like I have seen the effect on people who I respect or who were my mentors. They achieved absolutely uncommon states, um, like universal love, unconditional love, uh, you know, which we read about in books, but seeing it is, it's so very uncommon because to operate on higher ground, as we were discussing, it's like takes effort, takes practice, takes, intent. Um, and for some reason, the distractions come pretty easy.
Yes,
So, so
sure.
I've seen multiple times that if you do and continue, you achieve absolutely uncommon levels of awareness, consciousness, which love, light, and peace is just synonyms of those.
Well put. Thank you.
Sure. Awesome. Good to have you. You know, uh, the link remains the same. So just whenever you have time, you're always absolutely and totally welcome.
Saturdays, correct? At
So,
10
so yeah,
o'clock Eastern.
yeah, 10 o'clock Eastern Saturdays, and the URL I think I can put on the chat again.
I had a message this morning at 6:45 saying that the class starts at 7 o'clock, and I was wondering maybe I missed one.
Oh, so it might be because a 7 Pacific, I think.
Oh,
I think we
okay.
might have to specify like 10 and all the other, because people from India and UK and Europe also join. So
Mm.
I think we need to specify all the, or maybe have like some kind of widget that grabs the local time.
It works for me. Hope it works for everybody else.
But yeah, Saturday 10 a.m. Is the time. We also do slightly lighter, smaller session on Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Same link.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Cool. Glad that you're here. Very good. So on that note, anything else, folks, before we wrap up for today? Quiet is good. So Ajita, how are you?
I'm very well, Bhaiya. Thank you. We are here in Netherlands for summer vacation.
Very nice. And nice that in vacation you are taking, time out.
Oh, absolutely. I enjoy these sessions. Somehow I feel like when I join these sessions, I feel like there's a floodgate of light opening somewhere. So I just need to kind of like open in and sort of like, recharge with it that I can use for daily sessions.
Yeah, interesting. I think in the community I posted that one of these days I was actually literally thinking about, we sitting in a waterfall and just enjoying, it's like it's almost yeah, very
For the
nice.
sessions.
Good, good. Enjoy. How long are you there?
For another week.
Cool. Yeah, I have a couple of times stopped by in Amsterdam.
It's a very nice place. We love it over here. We are not like in any of the main cities. We're a bit like in the outskirts or somewhere like
that's
in a bit
that's even better.
rural.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's even better. Cool. All right. It's good to see you. Good to see you all. Happy Saturday, everyone. Love, light, and peace be with you. And let's be in Satsang again soon. See you all. Take care.
Thank you.